Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to talk about pre-project stage. We have to understand that before a project starts, there are a lot of analysis, decision making that happens, and then a project comes to a stage where it can be initiated. So that's what the focus of our today's video is going to be, understanding what happens in pre-project. So one of the main documents that gets prepared, and this is usually done by the business teams, is business case. So even though project managers will not be preparing this document, but we do expect that project managers are involved. They are made part of the discussions while this document is being created so that the PMs can get a foundational, fundamental understanding of why exactly this project got started or it was selected as an opportunity for the organization. So, usually, when you look at a business case, the first thing will be to describe the strategic objective that the organization as a whole is looking to achieve. And it is important that every project or any initiative that the organization wants to invest in should be able to contribute in helping to achieve these strategic objectives. Now, the next part of the business case would usually highlight the problem statement. Sometimes it might be a simple opportunity that we are looking to take on. Oops, looks like. So it could be an opportunity or a problem statement that the organization is looking to uh, consider here. Like, for example, let's say um, we are talking about a problem statement where our current attendance system is outdated and it requires a lot of manual intervention to process the payroll and attendance of the employees. So this is something that the organization wants to look into and see if we can do something to improve the scenario or improve the uh, particular problem that we are experiencing. Now, one of the um, next aspects of business case will be about the different business options that might exist. Like, commonly, we might have something like do nothing, which is it's okay. We are um, um, not really interested in doing anything about this problem and let the problem exist as it is, which is uh, basically that we are saying that it's okay. We don't want to really invest in solving this problem. The second business option could be do minimum, where you might say that okay, we will invest least amount of money, efforts, and might be that you are just looking to do some kind of updates or maybe do some sort of develop small plugins that can help you to uh, get more out of this existing attendance system. Or the third option could be to do something where you most likely want to maybe develop a new system completely from scratch, or maybe buy an out of box product from the market and tailor it to your particular organizational needs. So that's your third option, do something. Now, usually the business teams will also provide a recommendation that this is what our recommendation is. what we should do. And along with that recommendation, there will also be further associated data points that the business teams will highlight. Like, first of all, what are the risks involved, any assumptions that we may have taken into account, like um, for example, we will have all stakeholder approvals in place, or we will have enough budget available to do this kind of project. Then there could also be some constraints, like there could be some regulatory constraints, there could be some internal quality related constraints that we have to take into account. And then comes the financial analysis. Now, this is where we are talking about the overall cost benefit, or what we can expect and in return by investing in this project. So, to highlight the cost benefit part, see, this can be explained in form of feasibility study, and usually there are two broad sections here. We have business models, and then we have financial models. Business models are two: payback period and opportunity cost. And there are three financial models that we have: return on investment, net present value, and internal rate of return, IRR. For this video, we will focus on understanding payback period and opportunity cost. The remaining three models on the right, the financial models, we will discuss them in the next video. So when it comes to payback period is simply speaking the amount of time you will need to recover your investments from this project. Let's say, for example, we have to invest $100,000 in the project, and we are expecting a return of maybe, let's say, 10,000 per month. Now, based on this assumption, it will take 10 months to get your investments back. So in this case, 10 months will be called as the payback period. Now, obviously, you will want your money to be returned sooner rather than later. So that's why projects with lower payback period or smaller payback period will be usually preferred. Now, talking about opportunity cost. See, opportunity cost is actually the amount of benefit which you are letting go by selecting one out of multiple competing opportunities. To put it in form of an example, let's say there are two projects. Project A that promises a profit of 50,000. So this is the profit. And project B that promises a profit of 30,000. Now, Obviously, I will want to invest in both the projects because both of them are giving me good profits. However, considering the constraints of resources or money, I can't invest in both of them. So when I decide to select and invest in project A, basically I am letting go a profit of $30,000. Similarly, if I select project B, then I am letting go a profit of $50,000. So in other words, what we can say is that if you select project A, then project A has an opportunity cost OC. I'm using the word OC here. The opportunity cost of project A is 30,000, whereas the opportunity cost of project B is 50,000, because by selecting B you cannot invest in A, so you're letting go the profit of 50,000. So if I now ask you to forget this piece of information and just focus on the right hand side, that if I select project A, the opportunity cost is 30,000, and if I select project B, then the opportunity cost is 50,000. Which one will we prefer? Obviously the project with lower opportunity cost, because the lesser you have to let go of, the better it is. So in both these examples, what we are really focusing on is the business side of the things. We are not really factoring how much profit in what amount of time or what is the percentage return. We have not considered those factors. So usually these business models can be used to maybe shortlist some of the opportunities, that out of 10 or 15 opportunities or 15 initiatives, these are the 5 or these are the 7 that we might be interested in because of the lower payback period or because of the lower opportunity cost. But usually the final decision is made on the basis of financial models, which we will discuss in our next video. So that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and you were able to understand the main objective behind business case.